pen we want to get rid of is Despacito. Not because it's broken, nothing like that. I think it's fairly even with anything else in the current tier list, but it's just too old. Like, it's been around for too long. I want that shit gone. I don't care how they get rid of it, don't care what they do to it. Easiest would just be to remove the skill from the game. But whatever they do to it, I don't care, just get rid of it. Everything else, soft hits here and there is probably fine. With obviously Onomatopoeia losing H-Grenade, that's about it. If you see my ban list video predictions, you'll know what I'm kind of predicting anyway. No fucking idea what they're going to do to Noble Knight. Literally zero clue. Do not play the deck, and I have no idea if they're going to bother nerfing it or not. But we'll see. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, okay, this one. Alright. This is one of those ones that gives a token to your opponent, right? This one's living between strategies. Yeah. Tree 1 plants, but summon 2 plant. Yeah, this is one of those board clogging crap cards that people used to run. I haven't seen this card being used in a while though, but it's just same reason they banned things like, you know, Cyberstein and whatever the thing was that used to use Lotto Drama skill to clog up your opponent's board. They don't like board clogging stuff, so it's limited to 1, so you can't do that anymore. That's basically it. Just stop your board clogging. Also, it works with Rika's. Tribute 1 plant, that is true. So maybe they're pre-nerfing it ready for Rika to come along. Is the nerf for Rika for sure? Yeah. Either way, we don't like these summon 2 plant token shit. And this was obviously good for Rika, so true. Alright, moving on to number 2, because this is, yeah, we don't care about this one. Head judging. So, misjudge, sorry, not head judging. A bit ahead of ourselves there. We don't know if that card's limited yet. Alright, misjudge. Alright. So this card is limited, so it can't be played alongside Cup of Ace. That kind of scares me, considering that's the only limit thing that's written here, as opposed to a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah. It also means Cup of Ace is still in the game, which is kind of sad. Misjudge, huh? So they just don't want this in Desperado anymore. Which is fine, this card is a lot of aids. But they could still run just like 1 Cup of Ace and 1 Misjudge, so I'm hoping there's some other limit 2s on here. Otherwise it's just cutting 1 Cup of Ace from the deck, which wouldn't do a whole lot, since Desperado only ran 1 of these anyway, because it's searchable. So hoping there's some more limits here. I really hope there's some more here. With the 5-head rating. Or did I miss something here? I can't tell if it's a cop-out or not. Either way. Misjudge, huh? Yeah. This card is obviously an Omni Negate, was a load of cancer. It's meant to be like a meme card, but didn't really get used in a meme way. It's just a simple Omni Negate. Kinda lame. Oh, head judging, yeah. Yeah, glad to see it's at least getting hit, but I really hope we see some more limit 2s in this deck, because otherwise we're just gonna see 1 copy of Cup of Ace be cut, so. And also, I'm surprised they're going down this route. I really thought they were just gonna like nuke the skill and be done with the deck, because that would have already stopped head judging being used, or all the coin flip stuff just disappears. I really thought that's how they would do it, but if they want to go down the route of just nerfing each individual card, I guess they can do that too. Alright, moving on. There it is, head judging. So this is getting limited to 2, so same with this. Can't use these in the same deck anymore. If you want to use Cup of Ace, you can use 1 of each of these, but yeah, obviously stops that kind of stuff. Yeah. It also means that you no longer run this in some other random decks that don't use the coin flip stuff. It wasn't that common in those decks, but some people were using it. Like in the KC couples in some random decks, but yeah. Thankfully, there's a lot. They got at least 3 on the limited 2 list now. It's a bit of an extreme approach though, as opposed to just removing the coin flip skill, but sure. Good, glad to see this card. Thank God. No one liked this card. Literally no one. If you liked this card, you need to stop playing Duel Links. Nobody likes this card. It's actually just 50-50 chance for either player to get really, really annoyed. And the upsides of winning the coin flip are so good too. You win the coin flip, you win the duel. You lose the coin flip, nothing really happens. Move on. So, like, yeah, actually just pure cancer. Actually terrible card design. So, glad to see it's gone. Everyone wanted it gone. So, wait, that's it at limit 2s? That's it? I'll turn alerts off. That's all that's in there? Oh, that's pretty sad. Alright, that doesn't really... I mean, it affects Desperado a bit, but... I mean, they just cut head judging, right? And it's the same deck. Cut 1 Cup of Ace. Isn't it? God, I hope there's some more in here. 'Cause that doesn't seem like much. Alright, moving on. So, limit 3. Why is it even limited at all? What? Alright, so I assume this was limited to 2 last time, wasn't it? Now it's limit 3? Is that even like... Why is it even still limited? Just fucking release it. Who cares? Oh, it was limited to 1? Just release it. Who cares? Let episodes have a chance to be meta-worthy. They're probably not. They probably have 0 chance. But just fucking release it. Who cares? Even if it does become broken, it's been so long since Amazonas were out there. Like, come on. Why does it even need this little 3 on there? Does that deck even run any limit 3 cards anyway? Like, what is this? What other cards were they running that had the 3 on them? Like what? They can't run Cosmic? Wow. You can't run Alistair in there? Is Alistair on the limit 3? He is, right? I think. I don't even remember. Either way. Good job, I guess. I don't know about that one. I mean, I'm glad it's out there, but yeah. Aha. This was a one that was predicted once we saw the box stuff coming out. The release of Rose Lover just before a bunch of plants are released into the game makes perfect sense. Good choice to release it now, and very good chance it will see play. I imagine it will see play. It seems really good, honestly, especially with the new stuff coming out. So this card will be unlimited as its power level is acceptable. Just right. We got new box. We need to sell more cards. You guys like Rose Lover, right? Alright, well there you go. No longer on the list. It is currently out again. Oh, that was it? I really expected to see the Verhire monster on here. What's his face? Well, that's it, the limited list? I mean, I did want a light list, but that's pretty boring. Just Desperado? That was all? And it was like, just trying to get rid of some of the cancer in Desperado. I mean, I guess to be fair, but the meta didn't really need that much of a shift, so it's probably fine. Especially considering, like, like how DLM tournaments are going recently, the meta's shifting ridiculously anyway, just on its own, so. Shame there's no Verhire on here though, or even just Cyber Ranger. We know that they're never happening. Cyber Rangers aren't getting unlimited till we see like a main box of Rash or something. Either way, it's an alright list. I would have preferred a bit more stuff on here just for more hype purposes, but as far as lists go, we didn't really need one that badly anyway, so it's probably alright. Quarantine lives? Yeah. I don't think it's going to like hurt the deck too much though, right? They just cut head judging, no longer running head judging, and they cut one singular copy of Cup of Ace, because they only run one head judge anyway. So the deck really doesn't even get hurt that much, right? Isn't that all that changed? They just cut one Cup of Ace and cut head judging? Which a lot of people were only running at one anyway. Doesn't hurt it too much, really. Alright, let's move on to the skills. Maybe he knows. Alright. He doesn't know. Alright. Okay. So, what we got? Transcendent Crystals. Iron Core and Cubic Seed. We are strengthening some character. Oh, Transcendent Crystals is getting strengthened? No idea what Iron Core is and Cubic Seed. Master of Destiny. The skill is given a hard activation condition. Oh, is it now? Good to hear. Oh, no. No, don't touch it, no. This skill is given a hard activation since we are planning to add more. No. What they do to my. That's one of my favourite skills. Nobody likes this change. 0 people like this change. There's not a single person who likes this change. Come on, man. Really? Let's go. I'll see what they did to it first. Shouldn't complain about it till we see it, I guess. See you later. The skill's given a hard activation condition. Okay, of course. Balance has been hit. Restarts for addition. Recent cards. Being given one takes for leader to ensure victory. Certain combination of cards. We're giving a hard activation. Wait, what? Wait, these cards are all getting. Wait. Restart's getting hit again? They're hitting restart further? Why? Does anyone even use my monster cards anymore? What? Alright, let's just see what they did. Alright. Can we use turn 3 and onward? by sending 1 to 3 cards in your hand to your graveyard. Choose the same number of Crystal Beast monsters from your deck as the number of cards you sent from your hand to the graveyard and place on trap card zone. If you win the duel with a deck of 7 more Crystal Beast monsters, you use this skill regardless of the current turn. Okay, so they just added the, hey, we can actually use the Crystal Beast skill again. Good wording. They should have done this at the start. This is how it should have been originally. It was weird they just kind of like... Yeah, it was weird they kind of made it the way it was. It's how it should have been from the start. Much better wording. Skill's actually usable with the like deck now, so that deck isn't like purely dead. So they really needed this skill to be useful. Alright. Iron Core. Can be used the next turn to say Iron Core. Return a machine type monster from your hand to the deck, then return an Iron Core from your graveyard to your hand. I have no idea what this skill was or what Iron Call is, so I can't really talk about this one. I'm gonna give this one a hard, I don't fucking know. Zero idea. Is this useful? Anyone know? This is a useful skill. Is Iron Call useful? I have no idea what this is, so... I can't really look it up. No? No? Alright, so we don't care. Moving on. Cubic Seeds. At the beginning of the duel, add 3 Vajram and the Cubic Seed to your deck. This skill can be used if you begin the duel with a deck extra that contains no monster than cubic monsters. In addition, the number of spell and trap cards that are not cubic cards must be lower than 6. Oh, so it's letting you use spell and trap cards that aren't cubic cards. So they're actually changing this to what the cubic skills should have been originally. Okay, I'm sure they just didn't do this on release. Check DMs. Bless, I'm trying to stream here, bud. What do you got for me? So, yeah. What the? Alright. Nice bingo, Bliss. I'm not gonna bring it up on stream though. Alright. Okay, so they should have been here at the start. I don't know why they didn't do this from the start. Anyway, let's move on to the more spicier things. Let's see, what did they do to this? When you toss a coin, the result will always be heads for the first 3 coin tosses. Okay. Your first normal draw will be skipped. So it's just skipping the first normal draw. This will only be in a draw with a deck that has 7 or more cards with different names that require coin tosses. So it's adding that you skip your normal draw, is that it? Is that all that was added? That doesn't kill the skill that much really, does it? That's it. And Desperado is like going to be weakened, but I mean, even if it's no longer tiered, it's still going to be like a rogue deck. There's nothing super harsh hitting it. I'm hoping they hit it enough so that it won't be in top tier meta tournaments or anything anymore, because I just don't want to see the deck anymore. The more popular it is, the worse like the game is, so I don't want to see these old decks anymore, so hopefully this is enough. I have no idea. It does seem like they didn't really hit the deck too harshly, so it's still going to be playable. I just hope it just disappears still anyway. People see this ban list overreact and it disappears, that'd be the best, so... Yeah. Not too harsh of a thing. Now for the worst news we've heard all day. What grows in the graveyard can be used when your life points decreases by... They didn't even make it cosmic range. It didn't even make it cosmic range, bro. Why? This is one of the most fun skills in the game. It's actually, everyone liked it. People that like to spend lots of money on the game for spores liked it. People would like to be free to play to summon their Summon Skull Monster, whatever the hell it's called, liked it. It's just such a fun skill. It was really good. Man, come on, let the plant deck come out and be broken with the skill. Why cockblock it like this, man? It's actually depressing saying this shit. Why? It's one of my favourite skills in the game. If not, like, it has to be at least like top 3 or top 2. It was one of my favourites. That's so dumb. Like, I don't even think it matters that plant decks might have abused it. Who cares? Let the plant decks abuse it. Even if it's not just plant decks abusing it, just let them roam 3 for a while before just removing it. Let the decks become top tier, who cares? Huge surge. All this other stuff made sense. I don't know why they just did this though. This is just cringe. So cringe. Oh man. Alright, moving on. See you later. Oh, so this is the same thing. 1500 life points. This skill disappears. So they killed See You Later, and they killed one of the best skills in the game ever, like, released or designed. Very disappointed. I don't even like what they did to See You Later. They should just add the 1000 life point cost and it would have been fine. Just use it with Cosmic at least. It's like, is it really that? Whatever. They could just add a Cosmic requirement to it and it still would have been usable. Same with this one. Even not like super usable, it's still much more playable than 1500. No one's running Herald of the Abyss. No one's using that. Whatever. Alright, moving on. Balance. Alright. Your starting hand will affect the card balance of your deck. The skill will not activate unless you have at least 6 of each card. Yeah. You cannot special summon activate monster effects. Or activate monster effects until the end of the main phase of your first turn. Well guys. I kinda saw this one coming. This one was it's a bit long overdue. I thought they'd be a bit less harsh with it, but let's be real here. Balance was a load of AIDS. It made so many decks ridiculously consistent when the deck should be consistent based on the cards released for them. Like, if a deck is consistent, it should be consistent because there's a bunch of searches for the cards and all that stuff, not consistent because your starting hand's always perfect. I didn't like this skill personally. I don't think that's how a card game should be played. Starting hands shouldn't be I don't even particularly like how like the Onomatopoeia deck works, where you just kind of have perfect hands based on a skill, so you can just run whatever you like. Like, I hate how this deck used to run like 30 card decks to make this optimal and shit. That really annoyed me. It's like complete opposite of how decks should be built, so I'm kind of glad this is disappearing. Kind of glad it's gone. As opposed to what grows in the graveyard, which promoted like cool deck building with skills too. Like, let us at least use skills to do different ways to deck build and shit, you know? That came out really badly, but like, you know what I mean? Like, this promoted deck building and stuff. We're using skills specifically. Build this deck around the skill. That's like cool as shit. We have very few of those skills in the game, and just cutting one of them away sucks so much. Actually sucks. Balancing on the hand can suck my dick, so moving on. Surprised they're hitting restart again. What? Oh my god, they literally added the special summon to fucking restart as well? Why? Did anyone use this anymore? Wasn't this already like... Reduce your starting hand by 1 and then redraw your hand? You can... Oh my god. Reduce your starting hand by 1 and you can't special summon? Was it just... Oh, I don't know. You might as well keep scrolling, then do it spell specialist too. I mean, okay, I didn't mind spell specialist. Spell specialist was a bit AIDS too. Trap blade, they did the same thing. Yep. My monster cards. Yep. What the hell? That's so lazy. They just could not be bothered nerfing these skills anymore. They had enough of them being abused. So rather than use their brains to figure out a way to properly balance them, they're just like, deleted. You'll never see them again. All these skills join the list of like life point boost alpha. Only life point boost alpha might actually see play occasionally. Like, what do they want everyone to play? Just everyone runs Destiny Draw? Is that the thing here? Everyone runs Ties That Binds or something and Destiny Draw and Level Dupe? Is that all we got now? What the hell? It's kind of insane. Like, I understand, like, the starting hand shit was kind of AIDS for all these things too. It's all the same reasons why balance was nerfed. But, like, these ones were already so hardly, like, hit that they didn't really get used anymore. It's so weird to hit them even further. But hey, whatever floats your boat, Konami. This one, on the other hand, yeah. Alright, so this was an interesting ban list. Very interesting. So, card-wise, they hit next to fuck all, really, which is fine, because we didn't really need much of a meta change. Meta was pretty balanced right now, and it's super, like, susceptible to being power crept already. They just kind of got rid of some of the cancer cards, but they didn't hit they didn't hit Desperado enough where that it's going to be removed from existence. It's just kind of going to be a, it would probably be like a rogue deck. If it's still in, it might even still be tier 3. I don't know. I have no idea. We have to wait till we see it like get played and stuff. But if the only thing that's getting removed is head judging and just one copy of Cup of Ace, that's not too harsh for it. And the Master of Destiny skill, what did they do to it again? They just stop you having your normal draw, which is kind of nuts, kind of nasty. That's probably enough to make it no longer see competitive play. I can still see it being played as a rogue deck. It's still fine. It's not like they killed it, so. God, the fucking what goes in the graveyard nerf though tilts me so much. You know how like cool of like a design like the Spore deck was when everyone's just started using the Spore combo to get the Xyz out to summon the other card, like the one card Xyz stuff. You know how cool that shit was, and then it's like nah. All that cool deck building stuff and whatever you guys were doing, gone. They could have at least waited to see if this wasn't broken enough with the new stuff that they had to do this. I think this was so dumb to do this to it. It's so premature. Just let, like, even if it comes out this is the most broken skill and Rika is insane with this skill, or some new card is insane with this, like, just let it be there for a while, man. If you need to emergency ban it, emergency ban it. This is so preemptive. I don't think I've ever spoken to a single person in the Duel Links community ever who said, hey, what grows in the graveyard? I don't like that skill. I don't think I've actually heard one person say that. We have 3 weeks to play with it? True, 3 weeks, but I'm not going to put it in any of my videos because that's kind of lame to go, you know, pre-ban list and ban list is coming. Like, alright, anyone in chat right now, raise your hand. Did any of you actually dislike this skill? Did anyone actually dislike this? Let's see, is anyone in chat? How many? So did anyone dislike it? Anyone? $50-50? That's the closest we've got to a dislike. Oh, there's one dislike. Okay, another 50-50. I just like that people could banish my Virgin before my first turn. Nasty. I just like disliking stuff. Like, look at the community. Look, vote on this. Look at the chat. Oh, man. That tilts me, man. I didn't expect to read this ban list and get tilted from it. I thought I wouldn't care too much, but really? They actually hit something I care about? Come on. That's so not cool. Oh. I don't really care even if they were lazy with all these other ones. They probably should care more that they were super lazy with how they decide to nerf them. But what the fuck? Why?
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob? Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis. Oh.